comes around once every 50 years. And ladies and gentlemen, speaking of special, direct your attention to your left. You'll see men after men lined up behind one boat. And that boat is crawling all the way up to 42 miles an hour. Ladies and gentlemen, it's our barefoot ride! 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 people strong behind one boat. Coming in high, and it does not get hotter than the barefoot act. Ladies and gentlemen, Camelot over the years has trademarked many acts, including the coveted barefoot pyramid. We showcase some of the best barefooters in the nation, both going front and back, all the way down this lake on their bare feet, as their feet cook up those degrees and hit the speeds of incredible altitude. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the part where you get loud. Let's welcome back our barefoot team. Camelot is high, but we got so many we can't even just run them past one time. Ladies and gentlemen, put them together one last time for our second set of boys running on down that beach. Camelot barefooters! Boy, was that hot, but it's time to slow things down. Ladies and gentlemen, as I talked about Camelot being a forefront in innovation in this sport, this next act is a showcase act originating from last year's state team, earning a unique award for first time ever. Ladies and gentlemen, we trademarked this act and brought them into the ski world. They are here to pay tribute. And let's put our hands together and wave to our pyramid pontoon.
That could be one of the things, make one person.
Ladies and gentlemen, as I said, this is your tandem line. Innovation at its finest, created for the first time. Ladies and gentlemen, it was just 384 days ago that I first announced this show for the first time in state history. These ladies didn't come here to play, they came to party. As we line them on up, it is time to pay tribute to one of the most unique acts in show skiing history. You'll notice two lines of girls, back to back. One front row, one behind it. Some holding on the handle, but you'll see that first layer of ladies have an attachment to them. We call that a strap. We use those for our trio team when they pull you forward. But ladies and gentlemen, they spun those straps around 180 degrees. Not only will they be being towed by that triple ring, but they will begin to pull a second set of girls. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the water our tribute tandem team. It takes true strength, talent, grit, determination to be able to tow one of those girls behind you. Not only are you holding on for dear life in that front row, trying to stay on top of the water, but you have a full force dragging you back from behind. And these guys, they do it. They are professionals in this act. Trademarking. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Camelot tandem team. Oh yeah, they sure are out there to party. Sit back and enjoy the beauty and grace that are the Camelot Tandem Girls. Let's hear it as they come through for another match, showcasing the award-winning talent that is our tandem team. I think my redneck jump team could learn something from them. Look at those waves kicking up in the middle. From that triple ring, boys, 900 horsepower pulling those girls around. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring them back in. Put your hands together. Coming in, still with those ropes in that back line, detaching from the straps on the back, removing them. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the strongest steers on the team, pulling them in all the way around those big laps. And you'll see some of our juniors out there assisting, pulling ropes in, earning their own stripes in their own way. Ladies and gentlemen, they didn't come here to play. They came to party. They are Camelot's Tandem Team. Thank you. Boy, oh boy, is that something special. Absolutely incredible. And let's hear it one more time for the juniors out there, earning their stripes, pulling those ropes in. That's tornado number 2, winding those ropes right up, spinning left and right, bringing them in. Ladies and gentlemen, we are searching for a lost cell phone in the grass. If you find it, please bring it on up to the sound booth. That was a loud applause for that. Might have been the loudest one yet. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to cut to a small commercial.
It's a Camelot Day holiday. Enjoy 4 Central Wisconsin's premier lakes with all of the water ski and magic. We have the finest staff with top-line equipment ready to fulfill your stay with endless water sports fun. Don't believe us? Hear it firsthand from some of our guests. Let's hear first from Dave from Janesville, who booked our ski school package.
So they were trying to teach me this whole triage or something thing. They put a goofy harness on me, and I tipped in halfway through the bay. I went face down into the water and my so-called professional driver pulled me around and I swallowed half the lake screaming for him to stop.
They are ski instructors, not snorkel instructors. Now let's hear from Katie from Twin Lakes.
So they told me barefooting was like a guy's thing. I was like, I walk on the ground every day. It can't be that hard on like the water. So I was like, I put that ugly wetsuit on and tried my first step off. Turns out it's like totally hard. Next thing I know, my legs are flipping over my head and my face is like literally broken.
Maybe she hit a stick. Now let's hear from Matt from Madison.
Yeah, I visited Camelot Bay. I wasn't going to do none of that water skiing stuff, but I wanted to go.
Boy, oh boy, does Camelot Bay sound like a great place to vacation. Maybe? Probably not. But hey, let's hear it for our sponsors over at Camelot Bay. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the main dock as my favorite family in the world is about to hit the water. It's the Griswold team. Starting out, ladies and gentlemen, it's the brother-sister pairs of the Griswold conventional line. Coming in hot off the press. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Griswold double team. Showing you that back step. You'll recognize one of those girls out there from the junior club, the one I announced as North. But next, hot off the line, it's the Griswold Cousins Trios team. And completing out the family tree, coming in hot off the main dock. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the Swivel Sisters. Spinning heads like any Griswold does. Ladies and gentlemen, coming into the show cars, it's the Griswold conventional team. And hanging fly, throwing the girls around. It's our Griswold doubles team, showcasing true talent. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as the Griswold Trio team. And coming into the show course on your left, rounding out the Griswold family tree, spinning heads, it's the Griswold Sisters. Absolutely stunning. Ladies and gentlemen, let's bring them in and meet them. Oh yeah, you can hear him out there, hunky dory. Showing you a great dismount. Coming in off the hot off the press, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Griswold Conventional team. Absolutely amazing. Get on up here, Nora. It's your time to shine. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for the Conventionals double team. Brad and Jordan, Jeremy and Laura, and Nora with her partner, Danny.
No, I mean when...
Coming in third off that press, ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. They are your Griswold Trio team. Yeah! And ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together. Rounding out that family tree, it is the Griswold sisters. In its entirety, they are the weirdest family around. Ladies and gentlemen, the Griswold family. Thank you. Eddie, what are you still doing here?
Sure, well, Wire, I'm a real big fan of the show and all, but are you really all that surprised to still find me here?
Hey, if I woke up with my face sewed to the carpet, I would be less than I am right now.
Well, you know, Livewire, after a 30 rack of Pabst and a couple of big buddies of eggnog, I seem to have lost track of where in the heck my wife and kids went off to with my recreational vehicle. Uh-oh.
Eddie! Oh, Eddie! Hurry up! I have to go to my Pilates!
Oh no! Hey Eddie, you better go get your girl off get that recreational vehicle back on the road. Speaking of hot Pilates, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to slow things down and heat it right back on up. This next act, I'm going to bring in the instruction of the... Ladies and gentlemen, coming into the court, that's our first instructor. That's Shauna. This is the team that will whip Eddie's girl back into shape. Showing off those hot Pilates moves out on that water. Ladies and gentlemen, coming into the show course.
Good job!
That's instructor 2. That's Jenna. And rounding it out, coming in, that's Pilates instructor 3. That's Ellie. We're not done yet, for this is a fully staffed team of beautiful women of great strength and talent. Ladies and gentlemen, direct your attention to the right as Hot Pilates instructor number 4 comes into the show course. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Laura. But ladies and gentlemen, everyone knows it takes 5 to be a good team. Direct your attention to the right and Hot Pilates instructor, that's Laura. oh boy, it takes hours in the gym toning up those muscles. Big crew. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together as instructor one comes into court. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for beauty and grace. That's Hot Flies instructor number 2. Wow. To be outdone, for they all have their own unique specialty, skill, and trade. Showing you the press. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Kelly. Direct your attention back to the left. Coming into the show court. That's Hot Flies instructor 4. That's Jada. Holy cow! Incredible! And ladies and gentlemen, rounding out your instruction team, that's Lola. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as we bring them all the way on back down. That's Hot Pilates instructor number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, that's Sana. Making her way all the way back onto this beach, showing you the fitness that only Pilates can provide. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for instructor number 2. That's Kate. Wonderful. Coming in with speed, strength, and style. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for Ellie. And ladies and gentlemen, rounding out our Hot Pilates instruction team. That's Hot Pilates instructor 4. That's Jada. Ladies and gentlemen, they are the fittest, the hottest, the most hard-working girls around. They are your Hot Pilates instruction team. Oh yeah. Boy, oh boy, does it take talent, wit, grace, and hard work to showcase those skills out on the water. Not Hey, Camelot, what is that? Anyone know what's going on? I'm sure it's nothing. I do see some smoke back there. Might just be a cigarette. Yeah, anyways, what I was saying was, it takes hard work, true grit.
Every time you guys come, I think Dan's gonna pull it.
We got a bunch of crap.
Hello?
I'm working, so time
Mom, I'm in the middle of a process. Wait, Jake and Elwood just broke out of Cook County jail? No way. Mom, I gotta go. There's something happening here right now. I gotta go. This is... Ladies and gentlemen, the Blues Brothers have broke out of Cook County jail. This is the greatest day ever!
We do sincerely hope you all enjoyed the show, and please remember, people, that no matter who you are,
Let's do it, baby!
you, me,
Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. They are the Cook County Invoice, the Blues Brothers. Boys, you better get going. I hear the buzz. They're hot on your tail. Uh-oh. Look, ladies and gentlemen, I think I see them now.
What you want? What you want? What you
I see the Blues Brothers. You three just adorable. Turn around for the crowd. Let's hear it for the Mini Coppers. All right, boys. You looking for who?
bad boys, what you gonna do? What you gonna do?
Blues Brothers, Blues Brothers. Has anyone seen the Blues Brothers?
What you gonna do? What you gonna
I think I saw them. I think they went that way. Hey boys, I sent them off. I gave you a little bit of time, but you're gonna have to use some speed to get on out of here. A little more speed. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go back. Back in their breakout days of Cook County, there were originally 4 Blues Brothers, and they are all here for you tonight. Showcasing the new breakout of Camelot Live, where they are gonna hit that water and fly all the way around this bank, reaching speeds of the police officer. Ladies and gentlemen, as we line those boats up, we look funny. That first Blues Brother looks a little weird to me. Is there something different down there? Hey, Blues Brother 1, why do you look different? Are you the leader or something? Are you gonna, you are the leader. Ladies and gentlemen, he just told me he's gonna pave the way, but he's not just any brother. He keeps an eye on his boys as they break out. Handing off that rope to the newest member of our team at age 4. She's gonna take it. Let's hear it for her. Nope, I guess she's not. Ladies and gentlemen, our first Blues Brother, but as I said, he's a man who cares about his brothers. For on his breakout, he's gonna flip all the way onto his stomach. I hope you saved those chest hairs last night. All right, ladies and gentlemen, the coast is clear. The fuzz is set in the wrong direction. There's only one thing left to do, and that's to get the horses going. Let's cheer them on. Let's cheer them on. Let's cheer them on. And he flips, ladies and gentlemen. That's the signal. High and down, throwing it down. Flipping, throwing up that signal. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, he's backwards. Get there back, man. Nice start. And he's on that way so he can keep an eye on his brothers. We're coming up. That's Blues Brothers Fighters. Ladies and gentlemen, third Blues Brothers, you know him well in the community. It's Pepper Bob. ladies and gentlemen, fourth off the top, that's Danny the Giant. Right away, at pursuit on their bare feet. But look, who's coming back on in? Keeping his eyes on his brothers the whole way around the pond. Who's gonna do good money? Still holding strong. Let's take for Bob out there. Go take it up. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to break off all of these boys out of here today. Coming on in, that's Giant Johnny. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from Julia, Illinois. These snazzy boys came here with some speed and faith, breaking their way all the way out. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Here are the Blues Brothers. Thank you. So how about it, ladies and gentlemen? That was speed and grace, showing you a flip, a full turn all the way around the leg. But ladies and gentlemen, it's time to show you the real spinning moves. I want you to get loud, because it's time to party, ladies and gentlemen. I brought to this course some of the best trickers in the state. Sticks and Dumpty. We are known for going head over heels, left and right, spinning around like a top, putting the swivel down. We are that crew. We'll get it done, ladies and gentlemen. I am paid. Lack of caffeine. These boys came to party. Known for one thing, and that's putting like a jam. They can't beat. These boys are putting it down. As they tighten up their rope, they need all the strength and all the stamina of that rope so that they can pull up hard and hit the big top. They will hit that roller and throw down for you, ladies and gentlemen. He is my first big trickster. That's right. That's Jack. Showing you the back roll and the hangman. Ladies and gentlemen, put your attention to the right. That's my main man. That's Oprah. About to throw it on down. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, those two tricksters are the Twin Lakes Corn Fest Trick Champion Duo Team. Best in the state. Ladies and gentlemen, look to the man. That's right, coming in. Going in on down. But we're not done yet. We got our fourth one. Showing you the front of the half. And he cuts out with the back roll. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we do. Coming in on hot, baby, showing you the reverb. We're not done yet, though. We're going to loop the rest around. We're going to bounce in the front. Twin Lakes Horseback Quick Champions. Showing you the Whoa, that's our back. Coming in on your left, that's his brother, that's my main man. That's Jumpman Omar. Houston heights of 5'5" his height. Ladies and gentlemen, that man got hair. Coming in black, showing off those rolls. He's got one more in him. Right. Coming into the pass. That's Noah. Playing out hard for his back roll. Ladies and gentlemen, we got our first fifth triplet. That's Aiden landing his first trip flip in the last 2 weeks for his first time ever. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it out there for us. And we're going to clear those boys out because there's a little known secret that shows on your last pass, you go bang and you hit that trick you haven't been able to do yet. Oh boy, got something up here. You can see it by the wink of his eye. He's coming out huge. Ladies and gentlemen, right into his gunner's face. Brother we love, I don't know what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, Brett coming in with the air rally. Yeah, he told me he was going to throw that out. That is the hardest trick in trick skiing. You can hear it on the main side. They are giving him a loud applause because it takes guts and hard to even throw that trick. Pushing your body all the way out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's meet the Space Jam tricksters of the 2025 team. Ladies and gentlemen, we got Space Jam number 1. Coming in on his left, ladies and gentlemen, it's my main man. It is Space Jam trickster, Omar! Coming in third, high on that jump spot, ladies and gentlemen, it's my jump boy trickster, that's Noah! Oh yeah! On the water and on land. Coming in, number 4, Space Jam trick boy, that's Aiden! Rounding out the Space Jam trick team, it's my boy Brett! They are your 2025 Space Jam trick team!
Boy, do they sure know how to throw down. Well, it has been my greatest honor in joining you all today to celebrate Camelot's 50th anniversary. But all good things must come to an end. Before that, we will finish with a patriotic ending. Following the 9/11 tragedy, the nation faced a challenging time of grief and despair. The following summer, in 2002, on the beaches of Rome, Wisconsin, Camelot performed the theme Tribute to America, We Will Not Forget. A solace to the American people, reaffirming that through pride and unity, our country will stand as the greatest nation on earth. The show paid tribute to the freedoms that allow us to participate in the sport of water skiing and the ability to perform water ski shows in front of awesome crowds like you today.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's right. Back on that fateful day of that terrorist attack hit America, we were stunned, shocked, and hurt. The previous following summer, we paid tribute to the men and women who served this great country, who laid it down on the line to protect trust us and provide us with the safety and security that we have so that we can be one of the greatest countries in the world. God bless America. Since that summer, we have continually paid tribute by dropping our final pyramid showcases, giving back to the men and women of ours. Ladies and gentlemen, you'll look at those beautiful icons of the red, the white, and the blue. So we are going to take a true pyramid for you today. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome to the water our first pyramid team. As we straighten out that nose on that second bowl, ladies and gentlemen. A little more horsepower and a little more people. Ladies and gentlemen, this is our American Pyramid team. Let's welcome to the water. Pulling it on out. When the tough gets tough, the grip gets going, and we buckle on through. God bless America! Ladies and gentlemen, you'll look out on that horizon all the way up the page. You'll see 6 men and 6 women. They begin their ascent. Ladies and gentlemen, let's put our hands together as they complete that climb.
And that's not yours?
They are my triple, double, three-high pyramid team. And if they make their descent down from that three-high pyramid, you'll see as the other pyramid is going in the other direction. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. They have detached from their voice. Those girls have begun to climb. They begin to make their ascent all the way to the top. Our wings are up. Let's cheer them on. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2, 4, 3 pyramid team. Ladies and gentlemen, we took them off. We took them for a ride. We built them up. Watch as we bring them on back down. Ladies and gentlemen, and we bring them right back on up through these doors. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together. Ladies and gentlemen, they are our first final pyramid team, coming in, mounting at 6 feet, 6 times 2, baby. 12 of them out there, building the doubles. 3-high pyramid team. Ladies and gentlemen, get on your feet. This is the most photographic and so ski history. Get on your feet and put your hands together. We bring them all the way back in. It takes a team. It takes a force. It takes a group the size of Mercury to build pyramids of this stature and strength. Ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our double three high team. Thank you. And ladies and gentlemen, as I say, we built them up. We built them up. We brought them back up. And we have landed them on their feet. We will bring them on back up to the sands of this shore. Ladies and gentlemen, we've been doing this for 50 years. Put your hands together. They are your 2025 Camelot Final Pyramid team. Incredible. Ladies and gentlemen, there's only one thing left to do at the end of a ski show. Let's announce the drivers. We got Bear driving with Spotter Ashley. Kurt and Tina. Mark and Ashley. Pete and Trina. Mark and Chrissy. And in our pickup boat, keeping mainly our jump boys, high and clean and safe, that's Tim and Jeffy. Ladies and gentlemen, our 2025 show directors, Brett Anderson and Bob Anderson.
Ladies and gentlemen, your master of ceremonies with only 1 month practice, doing an energetic, enthusiastic, awesome job, Mr. Jordan Berghall.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to dance. Your 2025 Camelot